Hello students, today we will discuss about decomposition of a relation. Just now we have seen all the tables, relations, we have studied properties, we have studied all the terminologies of a relation. Now we are going to study the decomposition after studying the some limited normal forms. So now decomposition is the process of breaking up, dividing a single relation into two or more sub-relations is called as decomposition of a relation. So here we have some properties of decomposition. So the following two properties must be followed when decomposing a given relation. It should be a lossless decomposition and the dependency preservation should be there. So in lossless decomposition, it should ensure that no information is lost from the original relation during decomposition, where when the subrelations are joined back, the same relation is obtained that was decomposed. And the next point is every decomposition must always be lossless. So we can inference from this lossless decomposition that when we are breaking a table into two tables and after our required calculation or whatever, when we rejoin them, so there will be the same table that we were having in the beginning. So no loss should be there. This is known as lossless decomposition. Then the second property is dependency preservation. It should ensure that none of the functional dependencies that hold on the original relation are lost. So functional dependencies should not be lost. It should be there. The sub-relations still hold or satisfy the functional dependency of the original relation. Means functional dependency should be preserved. This is the meaning of this property. Then here we are seeing types of decomposition. We have mainly two types. First is lossless joint decomposition and the other one is lossy joint decomposition. As the words explain, in this decomposition, when we join the tables back to their normal position, their original position, there will be no loss, lossless join. And when there will be loss, then we will call it as lossy joint decomposition. So firstly, with examples, we will study here lossless joint decomposition. Consider there is a relation R which is decomposed into sub-relations R1, R2 up to Rn. This decomposition is called lossless joint decomposition when the join of sub-relations result in the same relation R that was decomposed. Means the original relation R that was broken into these n number of small tables, when we rejoin them, we will get this relation R. So we will call it as lossless joint decomposition. So now we have an example when we are joining this R1, R2, R3 and up to Rn, we will get the same resultant relation table that we were having in the beginning, original table, where this is the join operator or natural join operator. So we have example, consider the following relation R which is having attributes A, B and C. So we have some values of A, B and C. Now consider the relation when it is decomposed into two sub-relations R1, this is R1 A comma B, R2 which is B comma C. So in this way we have divided or broken up these that R table into 2, this R1 and R2. Now let us check whether the decomposition is lossless or not. For lossless decomposition, we must have R1 join R2 is equal to R. Now, if we perform the natural join of the subrelations R1 and R2, we get this. So, this is the original relation. So, we conclude that the above decomposition is lossless join decomposition. To summarize, lossless join decomposition is also known as non-additive join decomposition. This is because the resultant relation after joining the subrelation is same as the decomposed relation. So the relation that was before decomposition and the relations after decomposition, when we join them back, we will get the same table, same relation. That's why we call it lossless join decomposition. No extraneous tuples appear after joining of subrelations. When we join these subrelations, so we don't get any extra tuples, that we only get those tuples that were in the beginning, that were in the original relation. Then secondly, we come on lossy join decomposition. So this is, as the name suggests, just completely opposite of lossless join decomposition. Here we are considering the relation R, which is being decomposed into same R1, R2 up to Rn. This decomposition is lossy join decomposition when the join of subrelations does not result in the same relation R that was decomposed. The natural join of subrelation is always found to have some extraneous tuples. So, for lossy join decomposition, we must have always, when we will join all the uh, sub-relations, we will get that the original relation will become a subset of this join, this joining result, where this is natural join operator. So here we have the example as before, R with the attributes A, B and C. So considering this relation is being decomposed into two sub-relations as R1 A comma C and R2 B comma C. So this relation is broken into two parts, R1 and R2. Now let us check whether this decomposition is lossy or not. For lossy decomposition, we must have, for lossy, we should have, this should be bigger than this original relation. So we will say that R will become a subset of this join result. Now, if we perform the natural join of the subrelations R1 and R2, we will get C. This is being repeated, so this is extraneous tuple. This relation is not same as the original relation R and contains some extraneous tuples. Clearly, this becomes the superset and the original relation R becomes the subset of this joining result. Thus, we conclude that the above decomposition is lossy join decomposition. So, to summarize, we can say that lossy join decomposition is also known as careless decomposition. This is because extraneous tuples get introduced in the natural join of the subrelations. Extraneous tuples make the identification of the original tuples difficult. So, In this video, we have learned about two types of decomposition. First is lossless and the other one is lossy. For lossless decomposition, we should have the decomposition such that it should not be it should not be different than the original. Means if we join those parts of that table again, that relation again, then we should get the original R table again. And when we talk about lossy decomposition, there would be the difference because we will get some extraneous tuples, some extra tuples because of the natural join of subrelations being used uh, in the joining of that tables of that relations. So in this case, the identification of the original tuples becomes difficult. So we say that the decomposition should be lossless. We recommend that we should decompose the tables such that they should be lossless joint decomposition.